because we'll have a meeting before.
All right,
That's really all I have.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Lisa, you ready to move on?
I'm ready.
All right.
You're 7 o'clock?
Yep,
We're
it's,
pretty much right on
Mark.
target. Mark Hargrave?
Just
Yep,
did-
Mark Hargraves, I live at 30 Cast Mill Road. First off, I'd like to thank both Sean and Greg for standing in the rain with me last Wednesday for about an hour. That was fantastic. Tonight I have more questions than I do documentation. So the first question I have is there an RSA for agenda item notification for board meetings? I didn't happen to see that on the website, so I was wondering if I could get a clarification here. I got a one-day notice to come down here and speak about the issue that we are having, and that is just not sufficient time to prepare myself and potentially secure counsel for the next meeting.
Well, when we left on Thursday, the plan was for you to come.
Well, the plan was for me to come down, the plan wasn't for me to come down with a day's notice.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So, you say, so,
No idea.
so Mark has a problem with drainage on Cass Mill Road, so he bought Sandy Hawkins' place.
Okay. So what's the issue?
Well, I guess that's my next question, is what exactly is this agenda item? Is this for the man-made drainage that is being drained illegally onto my property where you move the property wall? Or are we talking about the culvert that was put in next to the pole, the electric pole? Or is this for both of them?
This is, the agenda item is for Cass Mill Road drainage, so that's what when we talked about it, they said, we need to talk about this at a selectmen's meeting.
Right, but typically you're gonna have like a multiple week notice, so that way there, somebody can prepare to come down and have
Would you-
documentation for that.
Okay, would you like us to schedule it? Like I said, I
Please, because I'm not prepared, on one day I
Okay.
cannot prepare for something
Alright.
like that.
okay,
You guys meet again on the
20th.
20th.
On the 20th? Okay. And I have one last question. Is there a proposal or a solution being contemplated for this issue?
I have no
We
idea.
couldn't,
what
there's
the
no,
issue-
how
Well,
can,
I'm only asking this question because you gave, like I said, you gave me a day notice to come down here and talk about this. So I'm kind of curious to, if you guys had a solution or were contemplating something, and maybe you had some information for me to come from
So-
the town hall. or town
so,
meeting.
so like I stated to you on Thursday, this has to be discussed at a public meeting with the selectmen.
Okay,
Okay, so this was our scheduled meeting, and I suggested that you come to this meeting.
you didn't suggest this meeting, you said come to a meeting. And like I said, in most municipalities, you can have a 2-week notice before an agenda item hits a docket. So it's a little odd that I'm getting a 1-day notice for it.
Okay, apologize, but like the way I left on Thursday, my understanding is you were coming here. When I told you that our next meeting was on Tuesday, the
So,
6th, you said
with
you were
all
gonna
due
come.
respect, I typically don't come down to these meetings, so I didn't even know that the meeting was on the 6th. So you could have let me know that.
I did stop yesterday and talk to his wife.
So I had less than a day to prepare for this. So I don't really have much in the way of anything to present and to talk about right now. So if you want to do this on the 20th, I can definitely be prepared for that.
I'd like to be too.
Can we do something in the meantime to hold that erosion down? Can I put some stone in that section? Because if I don't, with the 3 inches of rain that's coming,
You know what, I mean, the damage has already been done. Like I said, this started last October. I've started documenting it from last November. But I'm not prepared to actually come down and talk about this on a day's notice. And if you're going to fill it in, you're just gonna end up digging it back up because you're gonna
Right.
find my wall.
but I gotta maintain that road.
I understand that.
So I know
Like I said,
it'll
I'm
be
more than happy
temporary
to work
until
with
the
you.
selectmen talk to you about it. And that last culvert,
Yeah.
the culvert, if we could dig that out before the rain.
Well, I mean, there's nothing even there, it's just a hole in the ground. So I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to accomplish.
Well, I've gotta clean the silt out, I've gotta make sure that culvert
Okay.
can run. So do I have your permission to do that?
To clean out that culvert right there?
Clean the culvert and put that erosion stone on that other section?
Why don't we wait till the 20th? Because like I said, the damage has already been done anyway, and it's taken us
Could be
6
a
months to
lot
get to
more.
this.
It could be a lot more, it could wash out, you could wash out into your barn.
Well,
If you
different
want-
side of the road. Right now, I'm more concerned about the 25 grand worth of maple that we're washing out.
If that culvert overflows,
Okay, so why don't we just table till the 20th, so that way there I can program myself to come down and we can have a conversation.
okay, I wanna make
Okay.
it known that if the culvert overflows,
It's no.
okay.
Is the culvert on town property or the culvert?
So the culvert is on town property and it's flowing into my yard. So there's no other way for it to go. But right now, the way that it's set up, there was a drainage ditch that was dug down one side of the road. The road crew pushed my walls out of the way and then diverted the drainage ditch into my yard. Now, the culvert that's on the other side of the road, I'm not quite sure where that actually goes, but per the road crew, it's going across the road and onto my property from there as well. And that's what we're talking about. Like I said, I'm not really prepared to really get into the details of this, because I've had one day to prepare for this. And I need a little bit more time than that. So that way there I can make sure that I have my I's dotted and T's crossed.
Is there any solution that doesn't divert the water onto his property? I know, this is where you put in all the riprap, right?
Yeah,
Riprap stone from the storm in October.
Yeah.
And it's like a, I don't know,
right now, if you turn on the cast mill,
yeah,
there's a house, first house on the left.
yeah.
Right after that house, the water goes down the ditch line and down to Mark's property.
Okay.
Now, I've talked to my crew. No one on my crew has done it. No,
I'm sure they have it. I only watched them do it. But go ahead.
and Dale's been working here for 34 years, and he said he didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Now, Dale, that's the guy with
I
the
gotta
hat
believe
and
my
wings.
guys, you know, I mean, I have a lot of faith in my guys.
This is the guy that told me to go learn the laws, right?
He never said that.
Oh, he never said that. Okay. All right. So this will be tabled till the 20th?
That was the previous road agent you're talking about.
In November, I was told there was no road agent.
He was done.
So the 20th?
20th,
Thank you.
Want to give them a time?
absolutely.
7 o'clock?
Sure.
Anything else about that? Greg, you all set?
Yep.
Right. You all set?
Oh, I'm not.
Okay. So next on the agenda is Ms. Estes. If you would, could I just preface this, that we did have a meeting on, let's see, it would be July 9th, and we addressed the issue with the chief, and it was, the three of us were here, and we were in agreement at that point at what was going to be done, and that Mark was going to continue on as the chief. So I'm a little bit surprised, I guess, I don't know if that's the right word. Bit of a mystery to me as to why we're here discussing something that's already settled business.
Good. And I refer you back to your email. Dear Mr. Estes, it is my personal policy to allow any citizen to speak freely at meetings, period. It is possible that issues arise from these conversations that may fall outside of the purview of the selectmen. I'd rather err on the side of freedom of speech. You want me to continue?
No, I still agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We fairly often are asked to be heard about neighbor-to-neighbor issue, department-to-department issue. In these, more often than not, they are issues beyond the scope of the selectmen and are best handled directly between the aforementioned parties.
Okay.
Okay? As chairman of the selectmen, I have no additional authority over the other two selectmen. By responding to you, I need to make clear that this is solely my opinion, rather than any official select board response. And of course, the meeting on memory stick will be made available to you upon your written request. I didn't find it necessary to request it at the time. I've since gotten it. I'm fine with it. My response, or my request, pursuant to today's public posting, I'll be attending the next selectmen's meeting to address comments, procedures, financials, credentials, qualifications, and state regulations of appointments, terminations, and resignations, and change in status of the fire department that has led to claims made publicly. Okay? To that, I got zero response.
That's correct.
Okay, so the fact that you guys talked about it, and
In an open public meeting.
yeah, that was posted in one place the day before the meeting.
It was a regular selectmen's meeting.
No, it wasn't.
It was a special.
It was a
meeting.
special.
Special meeting.
It was posted
Because it was-
16 hours in advance in one place.
Well, it was the intention, I'm sorry, the intention on that was that we were going to have it before, because it was urgent and seen as urgent, but that was the soonest that the parties was available. That was the
Okay.
soonest.
I don't agree with your decision, and I don't agree with what was said at the meeting. So I'm here to address that.
It's,
Thank you.
just so that you know, I would consider it settled business,
But
that the chief.
I'm
is
sure
told.
you do, but I don't think the rest of the town does.
Do you speak for the whole town?
I speak for my representation of it, yes.
Okay.
I agree. I'm concerned as a citizen of this town. Is our fire chief certified in any capacity by the
There's-
state?
I have a
Okay,
prepared
Question.
statement,
That's
and
a
I'll be
question.
happy to hand this to you
can
after
I
I'm
answer?
done.
I'm gonna answer, I'm sorry, your name is, sir?
Robert Schulte,
Robert.
10 Crescent.
Okay. Robert, I have looked up both the RSA, consulted with the New Hampshire Municipal Association. There is no specific requirement for an on-call / volunteer fire department for the chief. There's no specific requirement.
There actually is.
No,
There is not.
no.
There is. New Hampshire RSA 155 addresses it. 154,
RSA,
1 through 4, there is.